Greetings, friends and fellow supporters. Today's video brings an exciting array of updates and fresh developments. So make sure to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for all the latest. Big things are happening behind the scenes, and the future of the team is beginning to take shape in ways that could change the course of the season. Behind closed doors, scouts are working tirelessly, rival teams are strategizing, and some of the most iconic figures in the sport are making moves that could significantly impact the way we approach the game. And while the discussions have been mostly about improving the offense, one thing is becoming clear. There are significant gaps in the roster that need to be addressed before we can truly call ourselves contenders. But that's not all. As the offseason heats up, the draft is looming large, and the strategy we're seeing unfold has left many fans and analysts alike scratching their heads, trying to piece together the next big move. The one thing that's on everyone's mind is who will step up to be the playmakers for this team. It's been a major topic of conversation, especially when it comes to the offense, where a glaring absence of star power has become a serious concern. The question on everyone's lips: who will take the reins? Who will be the game changer this team desperately needs? A lot of eyes were initially focused on the wide receiver position, with many fans expecting the team to grab a dynamic playmaker in the first round of the draft. The logic was simple: get a wide receiver who could come in, make an immediate impact, and become a staple of the offense for years to come. After all, this team has been crying out for a game-changing pass catcher for some time now, someone who can stretch the field, make big plays, and be that consistent target that the quarterback can rely on. But things have taken a turn in the last couple of weeks, and what was once expected to be a wide receiver-heavy draft strategy is now taking a completely different direction. As the draft draws nearer, with less than 2 weeks to go, the team is moving away from the conventional approach and seems set to prioritize a selection that could radically reshape the team's identity. The latest reports indicate that the favorite to be selected with the 22nd pick is a defensive tackle, a name that might not have been on the tip of everyone's tongue, but is quickly becoming the player to watch. Now, why would the team opt for a defensive player so early when the offensive needs are so pressing? The answer lies in the philosophy that the team's leadership is aiming to instill, a philosophy that focuses on building from the ground up. A strong, aggressive defense forms the foundation of any great team, and by bolstering the defensive line, we can set the stage for long-term success. This defensive tackle is an exceptional athlete who brings a unique combination of size, strength, and explosiveness. At the snap of the ball, he's a force to be reckoned with, capable of collapsing the pocket and resetting the line of scrimmage with sheer power. He might not have the star power of a flashy offensive pick, but this player is exactly what the team needs at this moment in time. He's disruptive, aggressive, and has already played under the current coaching staff, making him a seamless fit in the system. The more you think about it, the more it makes sense. A player like this could provide the type of presence on the defensive line that could completely change the way our defense performs and, in turn, elevate the entire team. But the plan doesn't stop with a first-round pick. After addressing the defensive needs, the team's focus will shift to the offensive side in the second round, with the 55th pick overall. The wide receiver position will finally get the attention it deserves, and the name being floated around is a player from Iowa State. This wide receiver, much like the one from last year's draft, could be the answer to our receiving woes. He's got size, he's agile, and he's proven to have reliable hands, making him a tough target for any defense to handle. What's more, his numbers indicate that he has a minimal drop rate, even when targeting a variety of different routes. The connection to another player from the same coaching system is hard to ignore, and if he can follow in the footsteps of that success, this pick could pay off big time. As the third round approaches, the vision for this draft becomes even clearer. The running back position is next on the agenda, with a potential pick from Arizona State. While recent additions have certainly strengthened the position, there's still a need for that extra spark. This running back has a solid build, explosive speed, and the receiving ability to make plays out of the backfield, exactly what this offense needs. The depth at this position could give the team the kind of dynamic versatility that could open up even more options in the passing game. A strong running game, paired with a rejuvenated wide receiver core, could create the perfect storm for a revitalized defense. And then, to round out this crucial draft, the team is looking to shore up the offensive line with a fourth-round pick. The need for more protection, especially on the left side of the line, has been a long-standing issue, and this player from Georgia could be the answer. Recognized as one of the top guards in his conference last season, he's known for his solid pass protection skills and his ability to lock down defenders. He's strong, tenacious, and ready to battle in the trenches, making him an ideal fit for the team's needs. But even with all these potential moves, one question still looms large. Will this strategy be enough to solve all of the team's problems? Can this draft class really help push the team back into contention? That's the big question, and the one that's on everyone's mind as the draft approaches. But just when we thought we had a handle on things, another story has emerged, one that could dramatically alter the course of the team's defense. For the past couple of seasons, we've all noticed the glaring void left by the absence of a dominant pass rusher. The pressure on opposing quarterbacks has just not been the same without that elite edge rusher who could change the game in an instant. But now, it seems the team is preparing to bring in just the right player to fill that gap. A veteran edge rusher, someone who's proven himself time and again as a game changer, is reportedly a prime target for the team. This player, who has accumulated 41 tackles, 5 sacks, 1 interception, and 5 forced fumbles last season alone, has made it clear that he's still very much in his prime. Though some may argue that he's getting up there in age, there's no denying that he has been consistently productive throughout his career. In fact, he's had back-to-back seasons with double-digit sacks before 2023, showing that he's still very much capable of making an impact. This veteran player fits perfectly into our 3-4 defense and would give us the kind of edge pressure we've been missing for too long. Imagine having a duo of elite pass rushers on either side, with one coming from one direction and the other attacking from the opposite side. The chaos they would create for opposing quarterbacks would be unimaginable. One of the most intriguing possibilities is in the area of veteran leadership. Many believe that adding a seasoned player, particularly on the offensive side of the ball, could make all the difference in terms of stabilizing the unit and providing the guidance needed to help the younger players develop. In recent weeks, we've heard whispers about a potential return for a player who has spent several years with us, creating a strong bond with both the coaching staff and the quarterback. A player who's seen it all, been through the ups and downs, and has the type of experience that is invaluable in high-pressure situations. This is exactly the kind of presence we need as we prepare for the season ahead. The potential return of this veteran would be an enormous boost for the offense. It's no secret that, with our quarterback still adjusting to the pieces around him, having a reliable target who understands his rhythm and knows how to work within the system would help to take some of the pressure off. But the situation is a delicate one. After a season spent with another team, there's no guarantee that this player will be available for us to bring back. And the longer we wait, the more likely it becomes that a rival team will swoop in and make an offer that's simply too good to refuse. That's a fear that's growing stronger by the day, especially as reports surface suggesting that other teams may already be preparing to make their move. The idea of seeing this player, who has been with us for over a decade, lining up for one of our fiercest rivals is something that's hard to stomach. We've built so much of our offense around him, and he's been a key contributor in ways that can't be overstated. His understanding of the offense, his chemistry with the quarterback, and his consistency have made him one of the most reliable and beloved players on the roster. To see him in another uniform, especially one worn by our rivals, would be a bitter pill to swallow for any fan. It's not just about losing a player. It's about losing a piece of our identity. This player is not just another cog in a machine. He represents everything that's been good about our offense over the years. His leadership, his work ethic, and his passion for the game have set the tone for the entire locker room. Losing that presence would be a huge blow, and it could leave a gap that no draft pick or free agent signing could immediately fill. This is a player who has seen it all, and his knowledge of our system would be almost impossible to replace. But the reality is, we can't afford to sit idly by and assume that everything will fall into place. The longer we wait, the more dangerous the situation becomes. There's no telling how much longer we can afford to let the clock tick down before we either make our move or risk losing him to a rival. The idea of him leaving and wearing the colors of one of our biggest competitors is a nightmare scenario, but it's one that could easily become a reality if we're not careful. We can only hope that cooler heads prevail and that we make the right decision before it's too late. The stakes are incredibly high for this team. With so much on the line this season, every decision we make, from the draft picks to the veteran acquisitions, could have lasting ramifications. We've seen how quickly things can change in the NFL and how a single signing, trade, or draft pick can shift the balance of power within the league. This offseason is no different. It's a make-or-break period for the team, and while we've taken some steps to address the immediate needs, there's still a long way to go before we can feel confident that we have all the pieces in place. The roster may be shaping up, but the competition is fierce, and we're not the only ones making moves. As the draft nears and the free agent market continues to evolve, the team must stay vigilant and aggressive in its approach. Every team is fighting for the same few pieces of talent, and with rivals lurking, waiting to pounce on any available assets, the pressure is on. We've seen in recent years how quickly things can go from bad to worse when a key player is lost to a rival, and it's clear that this is a situation we can't afford to let slip through our fingers. If we want to remain competitive, we need to act quickly and decisively. In the end, it all comes down to the decisions we make in the next few weeks. Whether it's securing a veteran player, bolstering the offensive line, or finalizing our draft strategy, every move we make is crucial. The future of the team is on the line, and it's up to us to ensure that we come out on top. Will we be able to keep the pieces that have made us strong? Or will we watch as a rival capitalizes on our hesitation and makes a play that shifts the balance of power? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain. The next few weeks are going to be critical, and every decision will play a part in shaping the future of the team. But before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Los Angeles Chargers. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments as well. When whispers first started circulating about Jordan Love possibly leaving Green Bay, most fans brushed it off as nothing more than off-season chatter. After all, the 25-year-old quarterback had just inked a mammoth 4-year, $220 million extension with the Packers, complete with a staggering $75 million signing bonus and $155 million guaranteed. But the NFL is a league built on bold moves and unforgiving realities, and the latest rumors tying Love to the Los Angeles Chargers are beginning to feel less like fiction and more like a headline waiting to happen. Sources close to the Chargers front office have hinted at internal discussions surrounding the future of their quarterback situation, with some executives reportedly enamored by Love's arm strength, poise under pressure, and leadership qualities. The injury he sustained in the 2024 season opener against the Eagles, a minor MCL sprain, did little to diminish his stock. In fact, his return in Week 4, where he threw for a career-high 389 yards and 4 touchdowns, only fueled the fire. Even in a narrow loss, Love's performance reminded everyone why he was once a first-round pick and the chosen successor to Aaron Rodgers. For the Chargers, currently in a transitional phase with a new coaching staff and a roster desperate for a spark, Love could represent more than just a quarterback. He could be the new face of a franchise looking to reignite a fan base. With the departure of aging veterans and a city still hungry for gridiron glory, the idea of Love taking the reins in Los Angeles feels increasingly plausible. And let's not forget the financial gymnastics that often come with blockbuster trades in today's NFL. With the right restructuring, even his record-setting deal wouldn't necessarily be a deal-breaker. But what would this mean for Green Bay? The Packers, long known for their quarterback stability, might be preparing for yet another unexpected pivot. With backup Malik Willis showing flashes in limited action and running back Christopher Brooks carving out a role in the offense, the franchise could be setting the table for a retooling period. It's a risky move, sure, but Green Bay has never been afraid to play the long game. Letting go of Rodgers was a gamble. Letting go of Love? That would be an earthquake. At this point, nothing is set in stone, but the smoke is thick, and where there's smoke in the NFL, there's usually fire. Whether it's just savvy leverage in a front office chess match or the first step in a blockbuster shakeup, one thing's for sure. Jordan Love in a Chargers jersey would send shockwaves across the league. And if you think this is just off-season noise, keep your eyes on Los Angeles, because something big might be brewing in the City of Angels. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Los Angeles Chargers, please subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. We always look forward to your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.